Welcome to Moose on the Loose, your source of uncorrupt media. My name's David. In today's top stories, we've got the current state of Canada's housing, which you can see here currently on the screen. We've also got a video of Randy Boussonout, the Minister of Employment, complaining about the Danielle Smith situation with LGBTQ trans situation. Also an update on the farmer protests in Spain, which has taken a very bad turn. Justin Trudeau spills the beans and reveals when he's planning to have an election. And finally, some comedy at the end that you're really going to enjoy. There's a very funny video there I'm going to show you a snippet of. So let's get into this. First off, Shazzy Goalie here on Twitter shared out this video from this guy. So this is the state of Guelph's core, downtown Guelph, right outside of BMO. Just unbelievable. Like, can you believe this is Canada? I was looking at the housing prices index today, and it's basically 2021 to 2022 is when there's a huge spike. Basically, properties went up about 55% in that 1 year. If you look at the graphs, that correlates directly with Trudeau's immigration levels and the foreign students that they've been taking advantage of. And foreign workers. Yeah, this is a sad state. I'm amazed they allow them to do that. I don't know how long they've been there. Personally, if I was in the situation, I would go in the woods. Like in the video, I had a video series back in December that went and I looked for the homeless camps, and I did find 1 or 2 active camps out there, and they are in the woods. The thing is, I don't know if there's woods around Guelph. I've never been to that city, and I'm sure some of these places, if you got too far out of the city, it would take a long time to walk into town. I'm guessing, I don't know if these people have jobs and they're camped close to their work, or this is just closest to a food bank. My heart goes out to them because this is a rough situation to be in. I can only imagine how cold it is. Next up, we got this video here, Randy Boussonout, our Minister of Employment.
Hi everyone, Randy here with Marnie Panis and Dr. Chris Wells. We just had a roundtable of organizations representing the trans community and the 2S LGBTQ plus community here in Alberta. And so, Marnie, important meeting.
Yeah.
Unfortunate that we have to have this in face of Danielle Smith's horrendous policy recommendations, suggestions last week. So tell us why this is so terrifying, and what was your main message today at the meeting?
Yeah, well, this is a direct attack on trans people in this province, particularly the youth in this province. But we know that it doesn't end here, that this is an attack on all human rights, and we are all impacted by this, and that's why it's necessary that we have to hold the line. This is the line that we're standing on.
Fair enough. And Dr. Wells from McEwen, what have you been hearing, and why was it important for you to be here today?
Well, we've been hearing that people are not going to accept these discriminatory policies, that communities are fighting back, and that Danielle Smith has no idea that she started a movement. And this movement, what's happening here in Alberta, make no mistake, it will move across Canada, and we need to stop it here, and we need to stop this from happening anywhere in Canada.
So we're going to keep working together to kill the bill, hold the line, and make sure that youth and 2S LGBTQ community protected here in Alberta. And I'll be working with Marnie, Dr. Chris, and folks across the province and around the country to make sure that we tell Danielle Smith that these policies simply don't fly.
There, you heard it right there, straight from the horse's mouth. Horrendous policies. Look at this guy. This guy seriously have a red handkerchief. Anyways, the reason why this is going to move across different provinces now is because Danielle Smith had the courage to start this, and now others are going to follow. I don't know. It's a touchy subject. It just, when it comes down to, I think Pierre Poilievre said it best the other day, and it's up to adults who decide the rules to do what's best for children who need to be a certain level of maturity before they make life-altering decisions. Share your thoughts down below. Randy's pushing back. He's not having it. What's going to happen with, I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, let's jump into the next one here. We've got an update from Spain. I can't quite tell you exactly what's going on, but if you can see this on the screen here. So basically, the socialist government of Spain is now zinging their own farmers with rubber zuzus. So you can see that word there and that word there, which I can't say. As it says, this is what climate communism looks like. have it, folks. They're getting pew-pewed with some rubber chunks. That is not going to go down well, government of Spain. I'm just telling you right now. Europeans are a lot more of the revolting type than other places in the world. So stay tuned for updates on that. That is not looking good. Next up, we've got a clip here that True North posted, and Justin Trudeau reveals when he's planning on having an election.
When it comes to the polls, a recent Nanos poll as well that went out this week saying that the Conservatives are up at about 40% support. The Liberals are about 15% back here, only just a few percentage points away from the NDP. When you see polls like that, do you have a plan now in order to regain the confidence of Canadians, specifically those who did support you over the last couple of elections and now are reconsidering for the next one?
The world is in a really tough place right now, and it's hard for Canadians. Grocery prices, difficulties with housing, there are a huge number of pressures that we are very much working on, increasing more competition in the grocery sector, building more housing. We've signed a housing accelerator agreement with Toronto worth $500 million just before Christmas to accelerate things. So we are working on all those things, and we're going to continue to focus on that. In terms of polls, we were way behind in the polls before the 2015 election where I won a majority. We were way behind in the polls before the 2019 election. We were way behind. Polls go up and down. What is really important is that Canadians are focusing on how we work together to build a better future and take seriously the opportunities to make choices about the future. And quite frankly, the proposals and the approach that Mr. Poilievre is taking, and we're seeing it on the ground in the Durham by-election, but we're also seeing it across the country with Ukrainian Canadians really upset that Pierre Poilievre turned his back on the support of Ukraine in the House last week by voting against a modernization of a deal, free trade deal that Vladimir Zelensky asked for. The standing against dental care, the proposing cuts at a time where people need investments in the future, in jobs, and things like the battery plant in St. Thomas that we brought in for Volkswagen, like investments in Northern Ontario that we're moving forward on. There's going to be a really important conversation about what kind of country people want to live in and where we're going to go. But that's not going to happen for probably another year and a half for the election. And until then, I'll let other people worry about polls. I'm going to worry about fighting for Canadians and delivering for them every day in a very tough situation for them.
Delivering for us. I can't believe this buffoon just said delivering for Canadians. Delivering cash to my own pockets. I mean Canadians. Give me a break, man. Well, he said a year and a half, so I'm guessing he's kind of more alluding to the deadline of October, was it 20th? Something like that. Yeah, he's basically going to run out the clock is what he's saying. So most of us, aside from the fringe minority that still think this guy's the greatest thing since sliced bread, want the election now, but we're going to have to wait, unfortunately. I find it quite interesting that he thinks that polls just go up and down for no reason. It just kind of happens, like you're in the ocean and the things are just happening. The budget balance itself, it just does. Look at that. What a donkey dong. Give me a break, man. Everything in life is cause and effect. If you treat the people nice, they like you. If you treat them bad, they don't like you. It's not like you're just jumping in a boat and like, oh, well, I'll just wait until the boat's nice and high on the wave and then I'll have the election. It's like, that's not how this works, man. You've destroyed lives, like millions of lives. 30, 35, 40 million lives. I was trying to play devil's advocate today and say, who actually likes this guy? Like, why would they like this guy? And it only came down to two things. Two reasons why anyone would like this guy or anything good he's done for Canada. One, if you like the green Luigi, if that's your thing, then you would like that aspect, at least, of this guy. I'm personally horribly allergic to that stuff, and it gives me migraines, even if I breathe it secondhand. So I'm not a fan of that at all. But to each their own if you're in for the green Luigi. And two, if you own like 10 houses, this man is single-handedly, with the help of his buffoon friend Sean Fraser, jacked the housing prices beyond belief. So if you own 10 houses, then you're really rich, especially if you sell all of them and you move to Nicaragua. That's the only two reasons I could rack up in my brain why anyone would like this guy, anything good he has done. Like, it took a lot of digging just to scrape that up. So the fact that he's still fringe, it just bothers me. I saw on TikTok, there's this guy on there and he posts, he's kind of like floats on both sides. He hates Poilievre. He also hates Trudeau. And he posted something that was like pro Trudeau. And there was 700 hearts on that. And it just bothers me that there's so many people that are, they think this guy is actually good. Like he is, he's a scandal king. He is the scandal king. The shiny pony is the scandal king. With this though, we're going to end on a funny note. So if you've not seen this video from John Julian, go check it out. But I'm going to show you just a small snippet here. Hopefully John doesn't mind. Definitely go check out this guy's channel. It's just hilarious. He does these Trudeau skits. And some of his videos, they just don't blow up, and they deserve a little more love. This one is hilarious. It's a bit of a spicy skit, just to give you a little bit of context, because you haven't seen the first 4 minutes of this video. John Julian is dressed up as acting as Trudeau, and then this woman here is as Freeland, and he got her to dress up like this and go into the woods.
Now that we're here in private, I just wanted to show you a little sprout.
But Justin, that's a little prick. Gotta be careful of those blackberries and low-hanging fruit.
Little did we know that we'd be meeting up with a good old friend. Jagmeet, what are you doing here?
Oh, peekaboo. Hello, my friend. How are you doing today? Hello, my friend. How are you doing? I see who you're doing right now. Oh, peekaboo.
Oh, Klaus is gonna love this one. You penetrating the cabinet.
Okay, that's where we're gonna end that. Go check out the full video. Show him some love. This is funny. This is some funny stuff. It's quite spicy. I had a similar skit I did over on my TikTok with the whole $8 million barn, and Jagmeet was being chased by people. He's like, let me in. Jagmeet, is that you? I'm horny. Who knows what's going on in that $8 million barn? Hopefully you guys had a good laugh there. Go check out the full video. I'll link it up right here. Be sure to subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Stay warm, stay fat. I'll see you guys in the next one.